Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last parts, we searched the city for Gosetsu. We got ourselves in trouble with the Seki Tsugumi. After a bit of a misdirection, we found Gosetsu. And then, with the help of Kojin, a turtleback, we made our way to the Ruby Sea. And yeah, we traversed the sea. We're trying to get, how should I explain this? We're trying to get the Confederacy on our side, because Gosetsu is stalling for time because he gave himself away at the village of Asari. So we need to get the Confederacy in our favor. Off video, I went ahead and got most of the map mapped out. I can't do this until I actually get access to this area, because I can't swim over here. I also went ahead and do these quests, and yeah. I'm also two books away from finishing off the stupid Atma book phase, so I'm getting closer to my Nexus goal. You strike me as a strong, capable individual. I would job for you, Westerner, if you were courageous enough as well. On the beach to the far west lies the carcass of a Gyuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you are about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat and Gyuki tails, you know. But I did say you would need to be a courageous sort, and I meant it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. Ooh, great. Family affairs, huh? Alright, what do you want? The last voyage. You there. Ah, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an Aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He's late in returning. A strange boy he was, quiet and brooding. Reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Okay, I guess I could look for your man. It's in the same direction anyway. Oh, I missed one more up here. Gotta prove our worth. Kami, take me. What kind of power cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung shores? Listen, well, I have a task for you. Go first to Akumo below. Receive a medicine from men of the earth. Then, to quick escape here, and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly! Hello? Alright. I'll do these first. What the hell? What was that? It looked like I got aggroed. There's nothing there. Wait. Alright. Look at this. Ha! What are you doing over here? Who are you? You don't look like a woman of the Confederacy. Forgive me. 'Twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worry that she might have lost her way. but later to rest in a boat and push her out to the current claimed it. The sea is our home, and now and ever after. But those sent thither have been thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel has not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. Oh, okay. Noble of you, I guess. All right. Now I gotta fight some walruses. I'll tell you what, I would not want to come face to face with these kinds of things. Alright, I'll take these arrows. Now, cut your tail. Monster Hunter. We're monster hunting. You just teleport back there. So, what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? Well... What? All this time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give a voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. A handful of XP, I'll take that. You have been away for some time, perhaps in search of the young Gyuki corpse? I have. Here you go. And here's your arrows. I see I did not misjudge you. I thank you for your help. With that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. I pity the meat was not as delicious as is nutritious. Under normal circumstances we would not bother hunting Gyuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the error of vengeful Gyuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your help. Yeah, I already ran into trouble. Thanks, guy. Thanks a lot for that, asshole. Cut it at the behest of Afumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful that a lot of those Doman unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence he came. I mean, come on, don't be that harsh on him. Alright, where you at, buddy? Why does it shutter still? Here you go. Medicines, give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Ah. The Donan was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first, after all. My captain was too once a Doma, though he cast all aside 25 years ago, when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you too will renounce your ties and join us someday? I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tonsu unfold it all. Think of my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. I'm good. I like being a warrior of light. Can't jump over that? What? You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything? Now that you mention it. Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water, making off with our fish. Damnedest things, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to call the thieving bastards regularly. So it happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of these rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I thought that I liked. Alright, take your fish. Alright. It's a land shark! Alright. Where is the next destination of sorts? There it is. Alright, where's this other group at? Maybe a little far, don't you think? Uh-oh. Die, red shell. Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? No. Damn. Before the Kotan started chasing us, the leader asked us if we were Doman. They're Yotsuyu's catchers, I know it. First Asari, now this. I've got to tell Rashu and the others. Oh. You just teleport back over there. It's faster. Alright, Alize, Elise. Did you guys have any luck? Oh, there you are, Sisla. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Elise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Past is not got to date, I'm told. I should like to think we have proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Well... Cogent mercenaries rounding up Dome and Confederates? Surely Yotsuyu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak to Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least, I should like to think that he cannot. Sir!
ああ、お前らか。いろいろと働いてくれたらしいな。すまねえ、恩に着る。で、こっちの事情は分かってるんだよな。知ってて俺らのとこに来たんなら、そちらさんの申し出には察しがつくが。
We ain't giving up.
ええ、イソートク・ヨツユの暴挙はもはや海賊衆としても見過ごせないはずよ。改めて力を貸すから手を組んでほしいの。
まったく俺が良すぎるってもんだろう。さてはお前ら綺麗ななりして疫病神の類か。
淡水、やめておけ。この件は彼女たちの差し金ではない。それは俺たち全員が分かっていることだろう。海賊衆に逃げ込んだドマ人を連れ戻してなぶり殺す。いかにもあの代理総督が好みそうな暴虐だ。さらわれた連中はイサリ村に連行されている可能性が高い。それで俺たちが仕掛ければ報復として皆殺し。動かなくともじわじわと壊滅に追い込むという魂胆か。どの道ろくな選択肢はない。だが仲間を一手に失うくらいならば、しばし針のむしろに座して挽回の兆しを待つ。それが海賊衆統領としての返答だ。
それはさらわれた仲間を見捨てるってことだよね。そんなことを一度でも許せば、あなたたちは命より大事なものを失うかもしれない。本当にそれでいいの？ねえ、一つだけ交渉の材料がまだ残ってるの。我ながらひどい思いつきというか、ちっとも楽じゃなくて明暗とは言い難い泥臭いやつ。巻き込んでもいい？
Well, that's foreboding. Alright, ask me that. You should ask me that again later. Oh well. Do you need to ask?
あの人たちをこのままにしておくなんてできないもんね。どこの国でだって帝国に虐げられる人を見捨てたくない。私も何でもする。ありがとう。あなたたちの主張はよく分かったわ。だったら私たちが挽回の兆しとやらを見せてあげる。 思わず立ち上がりたくなるようなとびっきりのね。結局そっちが危惧してるのってイサリ村にいる兵に太刀打ちできるかどうかじゃなく、その後ドマに控えてる帝国軍から報復を受けることでしょ。その不安を払拭するわ。私たちはあの村と仲間を救った後にドマそのものを解放する。そして今それをなすだけの実力があると示してみせる。そうね、敵の戦力を削ぐって意味でもここらの後人族を一手に引き受けるのなんてどう？
後人族をお前らだけで？はっ、バカ言ってんじゃねえ、そんなこと。
きっと思ってる以上に強いわよ。特にこの人はバカみたいな絵空事を何度だって現実にしてきた。私たちの出す成果を見てかけてみたくなったらイサリ村の奪還で答えてちょうだい。東の海賊が博打嫌いでないのならね。
どうするよ棟梁、こうまで言われちゃ尻込みしづらいぜ。
ならばお手並み拝見といこう。
Alright. Time to go hunt some turtles. What's this? Oh, it's food. Huh. That doesn't even look appetizing, honestly. Alright. Under the sea. Oh god, no. So, alone you will deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give to you a word of advice. Two factions that have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials and may be willing to aid your cause. Seek the Blue on the Isle of Becco. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right. Right then, let's head for... Wait, where's Lise? We cannot leave without her. I thought she was with us. More quests opened up! So, there's one exploration current I still need to grab. But that's on this island over here that I can't get to. What's she doing over here? Cecila, what is it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a thing. Your word we won't be able to live up to our promises. No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Eden and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Lise, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Giribani, I was in the midst of visiting a friend. A young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie which sold some of the most exotic-looking tarts I had ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'll treat you to one when all this is over. Cecil too. And I won't take no for an answer. What about Y'shtola? We never hear the end of it. Alright, Y'shtola too. Once she's better. Deal? Good. Then let's hurry. Shall we? We have a million things to do before that. Alright. Now I gotta swim, and swim all the way down there. So this symbol, the XP bonus, you actually get a bonus with the addition of Stormblood and also Shadowbringers. Fates in the Stormblood and Shadowbringer areas have XP bonuses applied. There are also monsters that can spawn in. Who's calling me? God damn it. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, that symbol. Monsters can spawn and fates in the Shadowbringers and Stormblood areas to apply an XP boost or an XP bonus, and it stacks with the XP bonuses that have already been applied to those fates. So those are good. That's a good chunk of XP. I think this is the Isle of Becco, though to be honest, it looks the same to me as however many other islands are around here. Rasha said there was a cave that will lead us to their village. We should search further inland. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. In case you're curious about what the symbol meant. That's only in the Stormblood and Shadowbringers area. That XP boost bonus isn't applied to Heaven's Ward and obviously Realm Reborn. I'm the best. Hopscotch! Oh.
何かしら、妙に明るい気が。
Oh, look at this place. We're underwater.
すごい。これは大きな水泡の中。私たち海底にいるんだわ。
あれ、聞いたことある声だなって思ったけど、あんたたちだったか。
そろばなんでこんなところに？
なんでも何も自分の拠点だしな。
え？じゃあもしかしてここが青コーラの？
そうだよ。オイラたちの青の玉水へようこそ。
How fortunate that we should find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Sorbonne of our situation. If anyone can help us, it's him. So tell me, my friends, what strange ties bring you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunshin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case. Or Bunshin. Might be Bunshin. Alright, first, before I do anything, there we go.
歓迎しますぞ、お客人方。そろばんが良い取引をさせていただいたそうで。
はじめまして、青コーラの長老さん。早速だけど相談に乗ってもらいたいことがあるの。
なるほどなるほど。帝国軍に組みする後人族、つまりベニコーラの連中をしばしおとなしくさせておきたいということですな。
彼らとあなたたちはあまり仲が良くないって聞いてるけど、一応は同族なんだよね。こんな相談やっぱり嫌かな。
遠路はるばる海底まで来てくださったことじゃ。わしら後人族のことを少しお話ししましょう。わしらはこの世の神羅万象を織りなす八百万の神を祀っておりますのじゃ。神々はこの世におわす際、しかるべきものに宿られる。古きもの、一品と呼ばれるもの、曰くのついたものなどが特に好まれると言われておりますな。後人族はそういった神の宿りし者、あるいはそれにふさわしき宝を集めることで代々繁栄してまいりました。しかし一大勢力を誇るガレマール帝国を敵にしては、宝物を探すにしても元手となる金銭を稼ぐにしてもあまりに厄介でございましょう。そこでベニコーラの連中は早々に 帝国軍と組むことを選んだのじゃ。
でもさ、ガレマール帝国ってのはどんな神様も認めちゃいないんだってね。だからベニコーラたちは神様のことを隠して単にお金を稼ぎたいふりをしてるんだってさ。そこんとこおいらはどうかと思うんだよな。神様を大事にするためやってることのはずなのに、本末転倒っていうかさ。
しかり、まったくけしからんことじゃ。バチの一つも当たるべきでしょう。もとよりわしら青コーラは武力ではなく縁の力、すなわち交易や商売によって宝物を集めんとしております。されど昨今のベニコーラの振る舞いによって縁は断たれ、得るべきものが得られなくなっている。わしらもそろそろお冠ですぞ。
それじゃあ協力してもらえると思っていいのかしら。
もちろんですとも。ベニコーラのやつらの首をヒュヒュッと引っ込める方法を教えてしんぜましょう。ただしわしらの秘蔵中の秘蔵を明かすことになります。故に互いを信頼の糸で結ぶためにも先に一つ取引をしていただけませんかな。
ああ、さすが長老、うまいこと言ってがっぽり稼ぐ算段だ。
はっはっは。そろばん、それは口に出してはならんぞ。ともかく例の件についてお客人方にご案内するのじゃ。
合点だ。
なんかちょっと不安だけど、ここはやるしかないのかな。
Oh, I gotta work on more favors. We're gonna be in dead turtle people. Listen well, my friends. We require assistance with the search for a precious treasure, the Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel, the most sacred of Kojin relics, was in the possession of Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garlands in a gesture of conciliation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel, bearing it to the Imperial Masters. Alas, though they succeeded, in the ensuing chaos, the Magatama was lost to the sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel for our brothers. However, were we to come into contact with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you. So, you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, drowning? Fear not. There is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested unkyo carapace. Yeah, no, I can't say that again 3 times. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, and Lise can look for the coral. Sessa, would you go and find an unkyo and relieve its carapace? don't even know what the fuck that is. Do this so I can have it. Thankfully it's in the same island, so I don't have to go anywhere else. I see it's way up there. I see the marks. I think this is a shortcut if I remember right. Yeah. Whee! Oh, those things? Alright, well that was simple. I fucking missed that completely. Alright, I got your carapace. Well, have you the carapace? I do. Here you go. Or carapace. How splendid they are. The Kamio shall be most pleased. Oh. I got it. I got the ruby core you wanted. And I the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, so I realize now you may have met yours. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next, we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasakani no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Surely you realize we have been searching this whole time. The area we wish you to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already we have scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory, to no avail. All that remains is a region to the west. The shell list of Sui no Sato can provide you with a better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shell lists? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The Ryan have been here as long as I can remember. Shiosai, the overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual. Alright, give me that. Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any of you have ever known? Then let us go to the western part of the village where the water twists and turns, and there complete our preparations for the ritual. And more side quests opened up. There's two more current quests there. So I think one's tied to main story as per usual. So there should be one more that should pop up eventually. He dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned.
Oh, 待たせ。無事にあんたたちの分の捧げ物を海に捧げてきたよ。これで準備は万端だ。早速おまじないをかけてあげるからそこに並んでよ。
What can go wrong, right?
それじゃあ肩の力を抜いてオイラの唱えることを心の中で復唱するんだよ。海におわしますもろもろの神様、暗きもの、輝けるもの、流れるもの、よどむもの、大海原を満ち引きさせるありとあらゆる神々よ。この者立てまつる品々の捧げ物をお納めになりて、陸の汚れを払い、和田罪の美しみを賜らんと申すこと。いざ着こしめせとかしこみかしこみ申す。はい、おまじない完了。これであんたたちとあんたたちの刺激する獣くらいは水中でも不便なく活動できるんじゃないかな。
かなって本当に？体に変化があったようには思えないけど。
多分大丈夫だよ。でもあくまで水中にいられるようになっただけで、泳ぎが達者になったってわけじゃないかな。
私が泳げるけどアリゼは平気？よくぞ聞いてくれたわ。アルフィノは泳げないけど私は水泳が得意よ。そう、アルフィノは泳げないけどね。
だけど人の体は水を捕まえにくそうだからな。急ぐ事情もあるみたいだし、特別にオイラたちと仲良しの怪獣を紹介してあげるよ。何はともあれ海に入ってからだね。さあさあ行ってみよう。
Alright, she's the first to take the plunge. Ugh.
すごい。陸地にいる時とまるで変わらないわ。
それじゃあ早速助っ人を呼んでみるよ。見ててごらん。スイスイって来てくれるはずだから。
What do we get? Ooh, got mana rays.
あなたたちが助っ人？ありがとう。海の果てまででも行けちゃいそうだ。そんな遠出はご勘弁願いたいけどね。豪雪もラジオたちも待たせてるんだから。
もしそいつらとはぐれちゃったら、オイラに声をかけてくれればまた呼ぶからさ。気をつけていってらっしゃい。
行こう。この海の先に探し物はきっとあるよ。
Alright, we are undersea bound. Diving is unlocked! Owing to Sorbonne's blessing, you may now dive into deep water and stay submerged indefinitely. Underwater settlements like Tamamizu and Suinosada can be accessed via circular portals. To leave deep water, you need only swim towards the surface. Conversely, to dive into deep water and while swimming on the surface, press blah. Should you become... Okay, I get it. Once you actually be able to fly, you can actually, you and all your flying mounts will have received the... Oh. Timing... So, can I actually... Before... Can I actually use my mountain here? I can! I don't need your mana ray! My motorcycle can take me underwater. I don't know how this works, but... It's waterproof. This must be Suinosado, the Ryan village of Sorbonne told us about. Right then, let's see if it can help us to find the Kojin's missing jewel. If this is Suinosado, then Shiosai, the overseer, should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals will be able to point us in his direction. Though, now I look around, I get the distinct impression we are not welcome here. They're all rouse. What the hell's up here? Oh. Oh, there you are. So, this is our man. Leave this place and never return. We have no need for wide-eyed wanderers. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends, Cecila and Alize. We're looking for the overseer of Suinosado, Shiosai. That's you, isn't it? The Kojin and the Blue sent you hither, did they? I am no overseer, nor would I ever claim to be one. I am a high priestess Shisui of the Violet Tides. So you are the man we're looking for. Great, we need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasakani no... Stop. I will hear no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. Oh. Beaver! Quiet, Isobe, or there will be no more dango for dinner. I can not to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place and never return. At the very least, sir, you might condescend to tell us of your village and of why you're so loath to help us, show us even the most basic courtesy. Suinosado is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shisui, we Ryan enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives. It was not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands. Beneath the waters, they sought refuge from the ravages of war, and here they flourished. All that we are, our culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, has ever been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving a way of life. So, it was when Doma fell 25 years past, the Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, so it will ever shall it be. Forever and ever apart. Forgive me. I understand now how you highly value your way of life and how you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so, and that I would hope that we have given you no cause to assume otherwise. You have not, but this changes nothing. Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of all who call Suis no Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please do not ask of this me. Thank you for your time, sir. Well, that sucked. We're not having very good luck with any of these meetings. And so it continues. Another village, another deaf ear. Clearly, Girabania is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Gosetsu couldn't have known we would take this long. I only hope he's still alive. Oh, I'm sure he's fine. Meanwhile, in the Tavern of Asari, speaking of which...
いい加減この汚い酒場でお前さんの相手をするのも飽きたんだけどね。
黒脇っての女狐が国を売って偉くなったものよ。
聞き飽きてるのよ、そういう負け惜しみは。
では苗売りの意味ごと呼ぶか、それとも差し配の家父と呼ぶか。こうして祖国を蹂躙し、お主の気は晴れたでござるか。
そこまで調べてあるのなら問うまでもないだろう。私の腹は血の沼。満足にはまだほど遠い。だからもっともっとひどくしてあげる。お前さんたちの鳴き声と哀れに地を這う集体でこの耳と目を慰めておくれよ。でもお前さんはずぶといからね。うちのデクノボーに殴らせてるより亡き主君様の首を持ってきた方が喜ぶかい？そうドマの殿君カイエン様。帝国に国を落とされ総督に操られる仮初めの将になってもお前さんにとっちゃ大事な主君様だったものね。25年前せっかく命を見逃されたんだ。そのまま犬として飼われていればよかったものをここに来て反乱なんて企てた上民を逃がして討ち死になんて。ねえあの日お前さんはどんな気分だったの？主君を守れず自分だけ生き延びて。まあ主君と国を守れなかったのは初めてじゃないか。お前さん25年前も帝国兵に負けて牢につながれたんだもんね。聞いた話じゃ主君の元に戻るため帝国の兵役まで甘んじて受けたそうじゃないか。まるで修羅のごとき殺人剣だったって 今でも伝説よ。
いずれも事実にござる。お主相手に今さら問答するようなことではござらん。
いやあね、そんなに睨まないでよ。あたし生きるために手段を選ばない人って好きよ。あたしとお揃いだからね。そのよしみで交渉してやろうって言ってるんだ。帝国の女将の方々がね、ドマの王たり得る者の身柄をとっとと確保しろってうるさいのさ。つまりはカイエン様の息子、あんたと一緒に逃げてたはずのヒエン様のことをね。死体の場所でも構わないから白状しておくれよ。
さての、お主の飼い犬が殴ってくるものですっかり忘れてしまったでござる。
続けな。こんな仕事もうまくやれないんじゃ、今度は地の果てに左遷されるよ、デクノボ。
左遷はもう嫌だ。早くエオルゼアに戻ってあいつに仕返ししてやりたいの。
Woman's got issues. Alright. We seem to have reached an impasse, and to make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. I don't suppose you have any ideas, do you, Cecila? Cast the villagers if they know anything. Can I try talking? She's sweet. No, that's not gonna work. Just try to ask the villagers if they know anything. Right. You're the ones who came from above, yes? If we could have a moment of your time. Mine apologies, I did not mean to startle you. My name is... What the hell? Oh shit, no! We were wondering, have you heard any news from Doma? If so, we would like to very much hear it. May I ask why? If you must. Our daughter fought in the rebellion. We have heard naught from her since. It would be too much to hope that we know of her, but her name is Ugiri. Oh, small world! Can't be praised. She lives. She lives. We're looking for her too, actually, but I'm sure that she's alright. We had no idea she hailed from Sui no Sato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi? It all began when she was a little girl. She and another child crept out of the village, having grown curious about the outside world. To Doma they went, where they met a young boy, a proud son of Yangxia. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately about the Doman's plight and urged us to take the boy in, but my wife and I would not hear of it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She became convinced that the Guardians would one day come for us, and it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left, years later, to learn the ways of the shinobi. When the then Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Ugiri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do, and so our daughter, who wanted only to keep her people safe... Surely there's something we can do for these people. You know, they who gave her aid and succor would know when other would. I am but a humble stonemason, but if it is the Yasakani no Magatama you seek, I may yet be of some assistance to you. Jewel is known to possess an unusual property. To the naked eye it is as jade, but when bathed in a particular light, shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light under which the stones sparkle. In deepest depths, they are invaluable. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have spirited away her cargo, you should begin your search there. Thank you so much. We'll do just that. I hope you find what you seek. I only wish there was something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her buds do not think of her. We will, I promise. Alright, matter resolved, I guess. I think that unlocks the dungeon right there, Palace of Lost Souls. There's so many side quests have opened up. Jeez. Where you at? Yeah. This opens up the dungeon. Plus it's an ether current, so I gotta do it. You're a woman from above. I am Kurenai, sister of the Ruby Princess, the ruler of these seas. Your bearing bespeaks the strength and courage few possess. I have been waiting for someone such as you yourself to arrive. Though I may not know it, the Ruby Princess's life currently hangs in the balance. A few days ago, a man cloaked in black visited— oh god. Ascians are at it again! A man cloaked in black visited Shisui of the Violet Tides. He claimed he had come to bestow a blessing of holy protection upon the palace. The incantation, he muttered, instead drew forth a terrible spirit which took possession of my sister's body. Not long after, a similar wraith of the void began to surge forth, overtaking the palace and stealing the souls of her nearby guards. Shiosai immediately evacuated everyone, and has since barred people from entering or leaving the palace. Officially, the Ruby Princess is conducting a private ceremony. None but Shiosai and I know the truth. We have placed a seal over Shisui of the Violet Tides to prevent any of the wraiths from within from escaping. However, it will not hold for much longer. Shiosai grows more convinced about the hour that we must destroy the dome and everyone in it, including my sister. I beseech you, woman of the land, lend me unto me your might. Please find a way to save her. Alright, I'll just do what I can to keep her from danger. Thank you. Truly, I know not what I would have done had you said no. Now, please follow me. We must go speak with Shiosai. I must meet with him to ensure he does not act prematurely and do something we will all regret. My gear should be fine for the moment. We meet again, sir. And you are... Sir, I just talked with you. You don't remember me? Lady Kurenai, what brings you here? What? My lady, you of all people must realize how incredibly dangerous it was of you to entrust another of with our secrets, much less a newcomer whose intentions we know not of. What other choice did I have? When the seal breaks, we'll be forced to drown the palace and all souls within. Would you sooner have me sacrifice my sister and my people than turn into outside hell? And you think that this woman has some hidden power capable of delivering Sui no Sato from untold disaster? I realize it's not in your nature to ask for assistance, but, like it or not, there is little else we can do. No outcome could be worse than losing the Ruby Princess. Even you must realize we only stand to gain by requesting this woman's aid. You have the right of it. Very well, I shall give you your friend until the next high tide to rescue the princess. If she fails, however, I will destroy the dome, and atone for the deed with my life. Remember, my lady, should it come to this, you shall be the one to inherit the throne. Here, take this scroll. It will permit you to pass into the Shisui of the Violet Tides. I presume you are aware of where it is located. Not to worry, I shall show her there. palace lies just beyond the turquoise trench. Before we leave, however, there is one last thing I must share with you. I was not entirely truthful in everything I have told you. Huh, great. What are you holding? There's nothing that affects our current predicament, but it is nevertheless a lie I mean to set straight once this is all over. Forgive me, if it was something I could tell you now, I would. Oh, great. Gotta go all the way down there. Alright. And the shipwreck is on the way too, so I can nab that while I'm at it. This wreck is the self-same vessel of which Sorbonne spoke, and if the gods are good, then the Magatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open, Cessa. We're going to need to take this slowly. Move too fast, we risk overlooking something. Alright, use your lamp and precise. I get it. Alright. I'm getting closer. So I spotted something shimmering. That was easy. Not you. I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack would be quicker. Cosetta will have died out of old age by the time we finish. You haven't found anything, have you, Cessla? This is it. The Yasakani no Magatama, exactly as Sorbonne described. And seeing our proportions have finally changed for the better. Huh. Much as I'd like to return and thank Yugiri's parents for their assistance, times of the essence. I say we make for Tamamizu at once. Hold on to it from now, Cessa. Once we arrive, present it to the Elder, and then he will finally learn how to deal with the Red Kojin. Alright, you guys swim your way back over there, and I got some other matter to deal with. I gotta go deep, 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 deep into the trench. It's like the Mariana Trench. Look at that! Quite the place. Jeez. We're so far down. These are the gates of the palace, inside of the Ruby Princess and her guards. Thank you, Cessla. Though he might not show it, Shisui is secretly very grateful to you too. The thought of having to kill the Ruby Princess, however indirectly, has been tormenting him. Now there's not much time left. Let us make our way in. You have the scroll of entry, correct? Remember, you'll be unable to pass the gates without it. I got it. Don't you worry. Alright. The second dungeon of the expansion. Great. So much my oh, there it is. I'll do this dungeon and I can wrap up this video. Now this dungeon has probably one of my favorite armor sets. And for just about every other class, for every class really. Y mace especially, because it has the iconic white and red colors to it. Out of the Stormblood dungeons, this is probably my favorite when it comes to story-wise. Or leveling-wise. So far, so good. Lag is... I'm stuck, can't move. There we go. These XP you get from these dungeons are fairly nice. We shoot arrows and join our swords, slay the intruders. Oh shit. Fuck! Wasn't paying attention. Let's pretend that death never happened. I must protect my seas, my people. Your life, it is mine. I'm an old hag. Oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. No, the wrong AoE. Fuck. I deserve this. Whoa. Nah, I was so close. All right. So far getting a lot of tank gear. Alright. What is this void scent that we gotta deal with? Ew. Squid? Kraken? Ew. Oh, great. It's like Crystal Tower all over again. And Void Art. Why did I say Crystal Tower? Void Art. Insolence. Such insolence you will not be tolerated. Shall take a knee in my sanctuary. I don't think so. Miss, come to me. Give me unto me your power. What is that? I've never seen the Gunbreaker's weapon in this place. That actually looks pretty nice, honestly. I kind of like the Ruby Tides, or not the Ruby Tides, the Violet Tides weapon design. And since Dancer and Gunbreaker weren't a part of this game, when this expansion came out, I've never actually seen what their weapons look like. So I wonder what Dancer's looks like. And it's not like you can buy them off the market board. Alright, the She-Kraken is dead. Well, I got stuff. I got the Ruby Tide Cane. Ooh, the Sheesh Joy of Healing. I think that's a chest piece, isn't it? Yes, it is. I don't want that. What does this look like again? Oh, I never really liked much of the stats. Okay, I should say most of the Shisui Tide weapons are nice. I probably won't use all. Why did I do that? Why is it even there? I never understood why that's even there. Alright. I know not how to thank you. You saved them, Cecil. You saved all of them, even the Ruby Princess. While she is unharmed, she is currently unconscious. Shiosai has carried her to Sui no Sado, where she might rest undisturbed. It looks as though it will be a while before she wakes. Before we speak any further, however, let us return to the village. Fun fact, I don't think you ever actually interact with said Ruby Princess, if I remember correctly. Alright, it sucks that Sui no Sado has no teleport. Actually, it might be faster. Well, it's probably. You know what? It's probably faster just going back to Tamamizu. Alright. Okay, well, I was about to say, where's my, where's my mounts? I'm riding on air. Where am I going? Please allow me to once again thank you for your help. You may be happy to hear that the palace guards are all slowly beginning to return to their senses. It seems peace has finally been restored to the palace. You have saved everyone, including Shio Sai, who from an untimely death. If only the Ruby Princess would open her eyes, Sui no Sato would be exactly as it was before. I suppose we must simply be grateful for how well things turned out. Now that the worst of the storm has passed, the tides have begun to calm. It is time I came clean. Alright, what's your secret? You know what, normally I don't do side quests, but this is kind of a continuation. The hour of truth is upon us, yet I am just unsure where to begin. The Ruby Princess, who quietly slumbers on, she... Perhaps it'll be easier to explain if you could look upon her as I speak. Please, follow me. Oh, you do actually interact with her. I seriously don't remember this at all. Then again, I probably skipped through it when I was going through this on my main. Shiosai will be bringing her out shortly. She should be but a few moments longer. Normally I don't do side quests on here, but since this is a continuation, I can't just leave it like that. Yeah, I think I ended up skipping all of this. That's probably why I didn't know that you actually interacted with her. Oh, Hisui. Why do you refuse to open your eyes? Cecil, there's something you must know. I am not the Ruby Princess's younger sister. In fact, she has no sister. I am the Ruby Princess, ruler of Sui no Sato. Oh! Yeah, I definitely must have skipped this on my main, because I do not remember this cutscene at all. The slumbering girl before you goes by the name of Hisui, and is my dearest friend. We have known one another since childhood. Your Grace, I am entirely to blame. Had I not been more prepared, more aware, the Lady Hisui would not be in the sorry state. You see, a few days ago we received visitors from the outside. They had come to perform a court ritual to protect the Ruby Princess from any potential dangers. We decided to conceal her true identity. I had our lady-in-waiting, Hisui, take her place, as she and her princess bear a great resemblance to each other, something owing to the fact that they are distant blood relatives. I was confident no one would notice the switch. I was right. That is why, when proceedings would commence, it was Lady Hisui who became possessed by the terrible fiend that they summoned, and now... Well, you can see for yourself what has become of her. To mitigate such disasters, severe restrictions on which who can enter and exit Shisui of the Violet Tides has always been in place. In fact, even the Ruby Princess is forbidden by law to leave its gates. When wraith after wraith began appearing, however, I was left with little choice. I whisked her highness away to the village and had her pretend to be the Ruby Princess's sister, Kurenai. Kurenai. That was the name I had before my mother passed away, and I assumed the title of Ruby Princess. It was also the name Hisui would call me by growing up. For as far back as I can remember, she was there for me, from the best of times to the worst of times. All the laughter and tears we shared, Hisui, is this true where it ends? Forgive me, Your Grace, this is all my fault. If only there was a way I could go back and prevent all this. Shiosai, there's nothing to forgive. None of us could ever predict this would happen. You are no more to blame than what has happened than I am. Cessa, now you know everything. I hope you do not think less of me for my lie. I mean, you had to do what you had to do. Now that everything's been settled, I shall be departing from Sui no Sato. The cure to Hisui's condition can only be found above. I know this because, as the Ruby Princess, it was my duty to study all the available writings at the palace. Very well, Your Grace. Where would you have us go? No, Shiosai. I shall be embarked upon this quest on my own. You will be staying here. The people need you to protect them in my absence. Her Grace has made it clear that she would have me remain behind. Mr. Cessa, would you accompany her in my stead? While Lady Hisui's body remains, her soul is long departed. I fear that no among the rest or magics can cure her. I can only hope that enchanting with you will make it easier for Her Grace to come to terms with her treacherous fate of her friend. Until such time, when she must face this truth, however, I ask, nay, beg that you keep her safe. Oh, God, babysitting! Well, clearly she wakes up from the little preview picture. Oh. Well, I'm not gonna go through this whole quest chain. At least not in the video. So I'm just gonna finish it up and continue. You're offering to accompany me on my travels? That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you. I shall give you some time to prepare before leaving Sui no Sato. Please come and find me as soon as you're ready to go. Alright. I'll do the rest of it off a video. Among the other massive load of side quests that opened up. Let me finish this quest. You returned and with the Yasakani no Magatama, I trust. This shell-looking thing? Yes, there is no mistake. Well done, well done. So, about the Red Kojin. You said there was a way to make them retreat into their shells. Are you ready to tell us now? I did indeed, and yes, I am. For you see, divinity resides not only in material vessels, but in individuals. In laying claim to this most sacred treasures, you have demonstrated an affinity with the divine. To treat with men and women such as you is to invite fortune to our homes. Gladly will we aid your cause. All is ready, Soroban. Then give them what they require. What do I get? This is a ceremonial knife of some sort? Before this blade, that which is sealed shall open. The treasure vault of a Kojin on the Isle of Zekai. It is there that our most prized relics, be they red or the blue, are kept safe. Fiercely do the red guard it, for its contents are more precious than their lives. Were the vaults be attacked, the response would be a necessity be immediate. Kojin would be summoned from mounds and around to defend their treasures. And were we to sow enough chaos, the Reds in service of the Imperials would have no choice but to answer the call as well. Giving the Confederacy the sign they've been waiting for. Without the Kojin, the Imperials won't have nearly enough troops in Nassar to hold off the pirates. However, you must understand that the vault is a holy ground, home to a thousand kami. To intrude upon it without paying their proper respects is sacrilege we cannot condone. So, if we were to pay the proper respects, it would be alright. Great! How do we do that again? Yasakane no Magatama is one of 3 coveted treasures of the Kojin. The other 2 lie within the vault. Were you to deliver the jewel unto the others and thereby make them whole, the kami may forgive your trespass and instead delight in your mischief making. Alright, so if I understand you correctly, you want us to take the sacred jewel coveted by your red brothers and deliver it to their treasure vault. More or less, the Yasakani no Magatama belongs on the Isle of Zekai, or Zekai, or however you want to call it. So long as it finds its way there, we are satisfied. The Magatama has chosen you to bear it to its brothers. Had it not, you would never have found it, and we would not be having this conversation. I shall inform the Confederacy of your plans, and bid them make ready to act when the time is right. The Isle of I'm just calling it Zakai. The Isle of Zakai lies to the west of Suino Sato. Look for a cave beneath the waters. May fortune favor you in this and all other endeavors. Oh, good. Right then, I'm not normally in the habit of sneaking into heavily guarded treasure vaults, but this is the only way to convince the Confederacy to act, and so be it. We should be prepared for a fight. The bigger the better. A kind where you'll wish to you had 7 of your most battle-hardened friends at yours. Yeah, it's a foreboding for what's coming up. I'm definitely gonna need 7 of them, because we're coming up to a primal. Alright. This is a good place to stop. So, I am going to stop here. I'm actually gonna take some time to wipe all these quests off the map. Because there's a lot. Well, what's the best way to do this? Actually, it's a pain in the ass. Well, I can dive. Diving is pretty much like flying, so I'll be able to get around a lot easier than I did before. So yeah, I'm actually gonna wipe all these quests off the map and get them off it because it's too much clutter. When we come back, we will head off to the Red Kojin Isle and see if we can't raid a treasure vault. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.